Bill Schieb. Yo guys, what up? I thought I'd goof around and... Oh my god, what happened to my voice? I know it's been a while, a long while. But we're not here to talk about that. I've got some exciting news. What is this? I'm so out of practice of how to do this that I'm just flailing. I'm just flailing. So if you've been subscribed to me for a while, you've probably seen in the comments me mention things about an EP. And for those of you who don't know, an EP is just basically an album, but shorter. I'd been working on this EP for about I think 2 years, which is way too long to work on something that only has 5 songs on it, but still. My EP is finally releasing. Titled Castle in the Sky. I'm pretty proud of it. My EP will release on April 21st, so 2 weeks-ish from now. It's only gonna cost $5, $1 per song. It'll be on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. It contains 5 songs on it, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to break down and explain all 5 of these songs a little bit. I don't want to fully explain them because I want you to be able to interpret them in your own way. But I want to give you little snippets of what to expect on the EP, so maybe you can get stoked for it. My voice is gone. We're gonna start with the end of the EP and work our way back to the beginning. Song number 5, It Never Ends.
He never stops before it starts. He never ends with a broken heart.
It Never Ends was the first song and video I even uploaded on this channel. So if you haven't heard it yet, go ahead and check it out. This song is the exact way that you've heard it, so... if you already bought it, then you can just go nitpick and just buy the 4 other songs on their own. That way you don't have to buy the same song twice. Unless you want on your cool little iPhone for the new album artwork to pop up. It was important to me to end the EP on kind of a high note, kind of a hopeful note, and It Never Ends is kind of the embodiment of being hopeful. I always described it as a really chill campfire song. Especially with the big chorus, I feel like it would be a whole campfire of people would be like, "He never stopped before it did." So when we recorded it, I was like, that's the one that the EP's gotta end on, dude. Song number 4. You've all wanted it really, really bad. The End of You and Me. The studio version.
I never dared to walk away, but after all, it's the end of you and me.
I want to put a little disclaimer here because I know people are so stoked about this song. I'm terrified that they will be upset to find out that it's exactly the same as the video I've posted, it just sounds better. It's the studio version, so it sounds better. But there's no added instruments, there's no added vocal effects, there's no added any. The End of You and Me is a really, really raw song, and so when we recorded it, there was talks about adding parts like piano and stuff. I just don't feel like it would have done the song justice. I wrote it very, very raw, and I wanted to keep it that way. That's my disclaimer. I don't want you buying this song and then hearing it and being like, this is almost exactly like the one I've heard. It just sounds higher quality. Originally, The End of You and Me was gonna be the end of the EP, but I was like, oh man, what a sad note to end it on. My favorite thing about this song, since I uploaded it, is that there's a lot of comments that are like, love this song, it's me and my girlfriend's song. And I'm just like, the song's about a breakup, so I hope not. Song number 3, the title of the EP, Castle in the Sky.
There's a castle in the sky, but what does that mean? And does that mean this one's all for nothing? I'll raise my arms so high.
Now the reason why this song is so important is because it was the first song I ever wrote. And that's kind of where music started for me. And anybody who was around during that time, it's like this is their favorite song. And I'll never outdo it. It's just kind of how it is for them. So I felt like if I did a debut album or a debut EP, if I didn't include this song on there, it would just be unfair. So I figured, why not throw it all in together? First song, first title of my EP, and just get it out of the way. I think it's cool to mention that all of these songs started out on acoustic guitar. So when you hear them, they're gonna be way different than how they were written. There's a cool piano part leading into it. The chorus is bigger and stronger than I could have ever imagined it to be. And it just marks the start of something that became really, really important to me. And I never knew that it would ever be recorded or sold for that matter. So it's really cool. And I figured it'd be nice to put it kind of in the middle so you got something to look forward to. Song number 2, Rewind. Remastered.
How I like to rewind if you don't mind. Maybe we could take it slow. When I've been on the outside.
A lot of you know Rewind, a lot of you love Rewind. It's one of those songs that pretty much everybody loves. The old version of it is on my channel, as well as the story behind it, as well as how to play it. So you can watch any of those videos if you want. So if you were ever curious as to why Rewind was written, it's there. And in it, I mentioned that Rewind has kind of like this weird gray area of genre to where almost anybody can get down with it. It's not exactly rock, but it's not exactly pop. It's like mellow, but it's also upbeat. It's super weird, but I'm very proud of it. And we remastered it, so it sounds, I don't want to say completely different, because that would be wrong, but it sounds completely different. No, it just sounds better.
How I like to rewind, if you don't mind, maybe we can take it slow. When I've been on the outside, and baby, that's why I can't let you go.
So if you already bought Rewind, I would still highly encourage you to buy this version because it's miles better than the old one. I wanted to put this song second because if you've already heard the song enough, you can skip it and you still have a lot of ground left to cover. That's the only reason it's the second song. But I think you're gonna be a little bit surprised. And boom, the start of the EP, song number 1, and honestly, my personal favorite, Self-Reliant. Self-Reliant at its core is very pop punk, and I've always loved pop punk music, and it was really cool to write a song like that. It doesn't have the same pop punk values. It's not a song about partying or a song about your friends or anything like that. It's a song about getting over anxiety and being able to be self-reliant, to rely on yourself to get through these emotions that you may feel like you can't only rely on yourself to get through. It's a very important song to me, especially because it was written right around when I was suffering from my anxiety pretty hardcore. I wanted this to be the start of the EP because it is so upbeat. I've always described it as a summer jam. Like, this is the song you crank and you roll your windows down and you just drive. It does have swearing in it. Not that any of you probably care. This song for me makes me just want to like either bang my head or like just whatever this is. Whatever this is, it makes me want to do it. And that is the EP. This EP wasn't just a solo effort. Thanks to my buddy and audio engineer, Scooter, from Rewire Recording Studio, helped me write a lot of this album. Not the lyrics, I took care of all the lyrics, but he helped me with the musical composition of it. And if it wasn't for him or his studio, I don't think this EP would have turned out as good as it has. I appreciate you guys so much for being patient and waiting for this and just reading comments of soon, as long as like months ago. So if you buy it, cool. If you steal it, cool. As long as you know the words to my song, I think that's kind of cool. I spent a lot of time and effort on this thing, and I'm hoping that my next compilation of music won't take nearly as long. So to reiterate, Castle in the Sky, April 21st, $5. When it's released and if you buy it, if you want to do me a favor, I think this would be really cool. Just send me a Snapchat video or even tweet me a video of you just listening to your favorite song on the EP. I think that'd be pretty cool. If you don't want to do it, I get it. My Snapchat is Biltets. My Twitter is Biltets. Ah, easy peasy. Cool. And hopefully I'll be getting back to making some videos for you soon. I've just been working a lot. Like 56 hours a week a lot. So haven't really had time. So I'm super sorry, but just bear with me. Thank you guys so much. And hopefully I'll see you on April 21st. Bye.
When you're looking for a low budget outro and you don't really know what to say, you just put this little ditty at the end of your video and it'll all wrap up okay. I'm just singing like subscribe, subscribe. If you wanna, please. It would help a lot.